Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about my thoughts on Power Rangers potentially going to Paramount Plus for a movie and that of an animated series. So, with months of basically silence from Hasbro, who has pretty much given up on Power Rangers, and Netflix it's just like, whatever, we could care less and stuff like that. Now, Paramount Plus probably might be the home for Power Rangers. Of course, Paramount Plus is owned, well, Nickelodeon is owned by Paramount Plus. Power Rangers used to come out on Nickelodeon and stuff. This is really interesting, and a lot of people are very excited. However, I'm not giving my hopes up because of the simple fact it's Paramount Plus. For those who don't seem to understand, Paramount Plus isn't exactly a great streaming service. They apparently are struggling to get new subscribers and stuff like that. Because if you pay attention to their tactics, then you can kind of see where I'm coming from. So back in the day when they first launched and everything, say you sign up and you cancel your service, right? You can still go on the app and just browse through and see what they got and add stuff on there, right? And they used to have like a free section where you can watch like certain shows for free and pilot episodes for free. That is now all gone. And now if you're not subscribed, you can't even browse their site and their thing or app or whatever. They completely cut that off and they cut off the free section. Normally an app will do this or a service will do this if a lot of people are not subscribed and they're trying to keep people, subscribed on there and stuff like that. And not just have people come on there, look at the free stuff and then leave. Another reason why they're not doing good is because if you ever sign up to them, like I have in the past, and then you cancel for whatever reason, they try to bribe you back in, be like, hey, look, we'll give you 3 months for half the price, or we'll give you 3 months for free, or we'll give you 3 months for $1.99. So it's kind of like, well, why the heck was I paying $5.99 for it if you're gonna try to bribe me with $1.99? If they have to bribe you, then that means they're not doing very good. Also, they're trying to merge with other streaming sites like HBO Max. If a streaming site has to merge with another streaming site, that normally means they're not doing very good. And HBO Max isn't doing good at this point in time. So why the heck are they going to try to merge with another streaming site that's not doing good? Like, you see what I'm coming with this whole angle and everything? Now, as for Power Rangers themselves, hey, they get to live on. So that's great. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Power Ranger fan. However, I have been disdained by that of the fandom and the stars. The fandom has turned extremely toxic. Ugh, why does it have to be a female Red Ranger? Oh, she wants to bid on her suit. Well, let's hike the price up so she can't get it. What? Why they gotta be a gay person in Power Ranger? What? I'm getting tired of all these blacks being Red Ranger. I'm sick and tired of reading this crap. But this is what the fandom has now become. This anti-woke mob and everything. So it's kind of been irritating me whenever I go online reading comments. And this is coming from the fandom. Another thing that's been irritating me is the actual Power Ranger stars themselves. A lot of them have become toxic themselves. A lot of them have become scumbags. And a lot of them are starting to show their true colors. And it's very annoying. I am tired of like, being happy and excited for this Power Ranger star only for them to disappoint me because they show their true colors. Some people feel like it's more of the Saban Fox Kids era Power Rangers that are turning scummy, but even some from the Disney and the Hasbro and the new Saban era are starting to turn just as bit as scummy as well. And it's like, why? Why should I support a scumbag for? And so, like, the whole animated thing, I've never wanted Power Rangers to be animated. And I mean never. Sure, they can do a lot in animation. And things like, DC animated movies are way better than the live action. But it's just, I don't know. I just never wanted to see them in cartoon form. What the animation gonna look like. If it's not really, really good looking animation, then I don't want to see it. And I don't want to see animation that's gonna look like anime because it's an American property. And plus, the only reason why the Power Ranger stars are happy is gonna be animation because they now get to come back to it because pretty much their like Hollywood careers have ended when their Power Ranger shows ended. And because I'm annoyed by so many of the past Power Rangers, I could care less and really don't want them to come back. Plus, I don't want to see a mixture of the teams. Normally, when you see the comics or a video game or like something online, like web-wise, but mostly the comic, I'm tired of seeing so many Power Rangers teams mixed and matching and this and that. I do like reunions and stuff like that, but I don't want to see a Power Ranger team constantly mixed matching. I don't want to see like Ninja Storm hanging out with Mighty Morphin or like somebody from like RPM hanging out with somebody from In Space. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like that. I want to see the team do their thing. Plus, I just like seeing it in live action. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really cool. Now, my thoughts on how I feel Paramount Plus will treat Power Rangers. Well, when I used to have Paramount Plus, I noticed a couple of things. Either whenever they reboot something, like say Star Trek, they will do it so dark and gritty. And I don't want Power Rangers to go that dark and gritty route. Because either they go the dark and gritty route or they go the super cheesy, childish route. Like say with that one, that the first Fairly Odd Parents reboot, the one where Cosmo and Wanda was in 2D animation, but I guess like Timmy Turner had kids or like there was these two other live action kids. Yeah, that was horrible and it only lasted for one season. And then not only that, but all their other animated reboots have only lasted one season. Let's see, that Rugrats reboot, that was one season and they changed a bunch of stuff. It was basically the original cartoon, but in 3D animation, and they changed certain personalities and characteristics around. There was something else. Ooh, what was it? I think maybe Dora the Explorer. I'm not sure how long that lasted, but that's gone. Then the second Fairly Odd Parents reboot, that only lasted for like one season. And it was something else. I know Hasbro and Nickelodeon got that new Transformers cartoon. Some people like it and other people just aren't watching it. Then they had like, what was it, a new Transformers movie, and that did not do very well. They had the whole Monster High thing, and while I enjoyed the first movie, it was so cheesy, like gooberish and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen the what did I just call it? Monster High like animated series. I've never seen that. But my God, like you think if you cast a bunch of teenagers or young adults to play teenagers in a live action movie, it will be a bit more mature than that. And I do like the fact that they did take a serious angle, like humans hating on monsters. But then there was other cheesiness stuff to make sure, be like, hey, remember, this is for kids, and it's super cheesy. And then there was something else, I think. I don't know what it was. It was some Nickelodeon cartoon that got the live action treatment, Loud House or something like that. I've never seen the cartoon. I seen the trailer for the movie. It looks like it's for kids, like more so than the cartoon itself. And it's just like they don't have a good track record when making animated stuff into live action. So, like I said before, it either goes the dark and gritty route or it goes like the super childish route, and there's never really a good defining middle. And if so, they normally change a lot of stuff with the source material. A lot of people who liked the animated Monster High hated the live action because of everything it changed. A lot of people who grew up with Star Trek really hate new Trek. They've never really been able to have a good, successful new Trek show, except for Strange New Worlds, and that's barely good. So I'm worried they will take a property like Power Rangers and either make it dark and gritty or make it even more cheesy with the humor and everything than what the predecessors did. Because one of the things that bugged me with Hasbro was how childish Power Rangers was. It was the most childish I've ever seen, especially when it was in the new Saban era on Nickelodeon. So I'm afraid since they've already worked with Power Rangers in the past, they're gonna keep it to that like really super goofiness that they had in the Nickelodeon new Hasbro era. And Hasbro, oh, we're gonna see people farting again, and they're gonna defeat people with the power of stank. Or they're gonna be in live action and not change up their clothes because they're supposed to be look like a cartoon. So I'm a little worried because Paramount Plus doesn't have the best track record. And I mean, there are some decent shows like School Spirits, but that's really the only thing I watched that was new on there, other than a few other stuff. Because when I had Paramount Plus, I could not find nothing to watch. I'm not even joking. Like, I seriously could not find nothing to watch whatsoever. And I was watching a lot of older stuff that I used to watch back in the day, or older stuff back in the day I've never seen and wanted to watch. So this is not like the big, like, exciting news I wanted or a win like everybody else is like jizzing over on like social media. Like, don't give your hopes up, people. You don't know what you're getting yourself into just yet. You know, and it's just this is like the whole thing with HBO Max. Everybody was all excited for that, but then they saw HBO Max and it's just like, ugh, David Zaslav and everything. I mean, heck, Paramount Plus just got rid of Doug. I never watched Doug, but Doug what used to be a Nickelodeon show in its first two seasons, and now they got rid of it. And I remember it was Disney in its third season, and it's just kind of like, well, heck, if they're gonna get rid of that, you don't know what else they might get rid of. Plus, they're doing the whole David Zaslav treatment, where a couple of years back, if there was a show that underperformed, they got rid of it on the actual app. Like there was this one remake of Grease. I know some of y'all are too young to even know what Grease is, but the older people know what it was, like that movie franchise from back in the day. They came out with a TV show called Grease the Pink Ladies. It must have underperformed or something, but Paramount Plus just completely X'd the show from its entire platform. So, if your little Power Rangers reboot ain't gonna do very well, then they're gonna probably X that as well. Not to mention, you'll have to pay for it. And I'm tired of paying for like subscriptions. Now, they might put it on Nickelodeon also on Paramount Plus, so that'll be better for people. But still, like, like even the Nickelodeon app sucks. So that's just my thoughts, and I'm tired. Sorry for yawning. I'm tired. Plus, don't forget, back in the day, Paramount Plus used to be called CBS All Access. But then that app tanked because people didn't want to subscribe because they was fed up with like what they did to like some of their shows, and they had to rebrand themselves and like, and they took away a lot of the CBS owned shows because a lot of CBS original shows are not on Paramount Plus, and some of them are on like Peacock and other streaming sites. That's kind of odd and weird when the CBS will create a show, but then all of a sudden, like, not put it on their platform. Like, remember when DC Universe changed to HBO Max and all their shows just got terrible and stuff, and some of their other shows weren't brought over? Think about it, people. I mean, look what they did to the iCarly reboot. So many people was watching that, so many people was excited, it went more mature, and they still canceled it. Personally, I watched the original, and the newer one was just the exact same, just more mature, like themes and stuff, and they canceled it. I've never watched Zoe 101, but from what I heard, the reunion movie was horrible. I've never watched the Ken and Cal show or whatever it's called, or Good Burger or whatever that show was called. And I heard that the Paramount Plus movie just wasn't all that great. Like, so don't get all happy and excited that Power Rangers might go to Paramount Plus, because Paramount Plus does not always deliver. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.